Hey guys, in this video I'll be going through how I measure installed height on the springs. So in the actual head itself, I got the head cleaned up and then I measured the valve guides, and to measure them I use a 6 to 10mm dial bore gauge, and they're slightly over but not over enough to replace them just yet, but I'll probably do that at the end of this season. And then I measured up the new valves and found that the inlets, the sealing seat was a bit wide. It was 2mm, so I used new way cutters to bring it back down to 1.1mm. I would show that in a separate video because it is quite a bit of a job, but there we go. And then I've measured and then installed these three, and I've left this one for the video. So how I go about measuring the installed height, I take my valve, put a bit of lube in it, install it, take the valve spring seat, take this gauge that I measured up, which is the same width as a spring, but it's exactly 1 inch in length. And the reason I've done that is just so you're measuring a smaller area out away from the heat. So put the retainer on, keepers, just to make sure that's in. I get my caliper, so that's our installed length there. So you add 1 inch to it, so it's 1.355, and we're looking for 1.310. So just strip this part down, add some shims to the bottom of the spring seat. Measure this again. We're getting closer. Add another shim. Kind of 1.309, so that's pretty much on the money. This one's 1.311. So it's close enough, or as close as I can actually get it, so that'll be fine. The last part's just to install the actual valve springs now. And that's it. That's the valve train measured and installed. So a couple of quick points I wanted to make is I measured the springs at the installed height and the height that we actually had in this head, and it was £16 of difference. So with the installed height we should have £101 and we've got 85 with what we actually had, so it's quite actually a big difference in installed pressure. So that's why I thought it was quite important to actually do this. The second thing is what I'm actually using for shims. I'm not going to disclose till the end of this season because it's kind of a bit experimental. So I didn't want to recommend saying, yeah, use this, and it maybe not work. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed this and hopefully found it interesting. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. And I'm going to start this week on the 500 engine, which will be from crankcases to completed engine, the whole work. I'm going to film it all, so it should be quite interesting. It's going to be a really trick engine. So cheers.